Okay. So we're on our mats. We're going to take our legs through the ring and press them against the pads. Knees and toes facing straight up. Reach the arms long, palms turned in. Sit as tall as you can. Pull that navel in and up and melt the shoulders down. On an inhale, we prepare. And on the exhale, we're going to melt halfway down. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale. And as you come up, float the arms straight up and the spine goes up with you. Inhale to exhale all the air out of that center. Inhale here to exhale, lift. Inhale to exhale. Melt those shoulders. Keep pressure on that ring. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift. Now we're going to take the front arm. I'm going to sweep it down to the floor. I'm going to reach to the back of my mat and sweep it right back up. I'm going to follow that arm. I sweep it and I bring it back up. I inhale down. I exhale up. Sweep and follow. Sweep and reach. Inhale to exhale. And one more. Inhale to exhale. Round back. Bring those arms forward. Hold here. Inhale. And on the exhale, lower all the way down. Bring those arms straight up and flatten the feet. Shoulders are still connected to your back. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Press against the ring and reach those fingers forward towards your heels. And just the head, neck, and shoulders are off the mat. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, nod that chin to your chest. Find that back. Press through the navel down to the mat. Inhale. Remember, you don't have to ever lift your head. So if you want, you keep your head down and just put the pressure against the pads on your ring. Inhale, lower down. Exhale. Now stay here and take the palms flat to the mat. Draw those knees in towards your chest and then slowly just tap your toes. If this bothers your neck, try and see if you make a cradle for your neck with your hands behind your head. If that is not helping you, put your head all the way down to the mat. Keep your spine imprinting as you move these legs towards your torso and away. Good. So I'm going to exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. So we're moving to counts of 5, moving nice and slow. Exhaling as you come in. Shh. Inhale as you lower. We're halfway there. I'm going to start to add the pumping with my arms. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tap the toes, just the toes, ever so lightly on that mat. Don't let the pelvis, the hips go with you. Keep pumping those arms to my count. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale. To exhale. Inhale. To exhale, release the head. Look to one side of the room to stretch that neck and look to the other. Good. Take that ring and have your feet on one pad and your hands on the other and lengthen those legs straight up. Separate your knees as wide as your shoulders. Bend your arms as well. Lower the feet down. Slowly start to bring those legs back up. And as you're going up, your back is going down. Inhale to lower those heels. Exhale, inner thighs activate and glutes. Melt the shoulders. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale. Now next time on the exhale and you're bringing those legs up, feel free to float the head off the mat and draw that chin to your chest again. We'll lower the head back down on the inhale. Exhale, slowly zip it up. Press the back of those legs even straighter. Inhale down. And next variation, I'm going to keep my head lifted. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Inhale, separate your knees as wide as your frame, and then scoop and lift up. The tail should go heavier as the legs go higher. 2 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. And 1 more. Inhale. Put your head down and keep your feet up. Flex those heels. Pull on that ring and then point your toes. Flex the heels and point the toes. I still feel my belly sinking deeper to the mat. I still feel my shoulders relaxed and connected to my back. The back of my head is firmly pressing into the floor. I'm going to do 2 more. Try to keep those legs straight. And 1 more. Keep your right foot in the ring and lower down your left. Good. Pull that right leg a little closer towards you. Feel the length in the back of both legs. And I want you to draw your left knee back in. And I want you to lift it straight up. Lower it down, parallel to the floor. Slide your feet along the mat. Draw that knee in. So it's like a single leg bicycle. Pull it in and slide. Lift up. Reach long. Bend it in. Lift up. Reach long. Now let's reverse that. Press out along the mat. Lift up from the belly. Bend the knee. Tap your toes down. Slide out. Lift up. Bend the knee. Toes down. Slide out. Lift up. Bend the knees. Tap your toes. Reach it out. Hold it here. And let's switch the leg. The left leg stays on. I slowly float my right leg down. It's lengthening nice and long. Try to pull that left leg a little closer towards you. Try to have that leg straight. Now lift that right leg up from your core. Bend the knee. Tap the toes to the floor. Slide it out. Lift it up. Bend. Tap those toes. Slide it out. Bring it up. Bend. Slide it out. 1 more. Lift it up. Bend. Now let's reverse it. Bring it in. Zip it up. Lengthen with control. Slide it in. Lift it up. Lengthen even longer as you press the other leg even straighter through the pad of that ring. And 1 more. And hold it up. 2 feet are in. Soften your knees. Separate those knees. And give yourself a rock up. Straighten out those legs. Okay, we got here. Flatten your ring and press the sides of your feet into the pads. And I want you to reach those arms nice and long. Okay? If you can't sit up tall with your legs straight, just bend your knees, okay? All right, so shoulders are down. Nod that chin to your chest. Watch your navel push back. Stay in this position and slowly roll yourself down. Keep pressure on the ring. Tuck your tail. Let your lower back come down first. And here we are. Now nod that chin to your chest and start to reach those fingers towards your toes. Press into the ring. Activate your inner thighs. Bring it on up. So if that was too hard for you, maybe only go halfway down. So try not to be like this at the top. Try to be like this, like you're rounding over a barrel. Flex those feet, start to come back. Inhale, melt those shoulders, and exhale. Inhale, nod that chin. Don't drag that head. Press into your ring. Inner thighs will help you come up, I promise. And we bring it back 1 more time. Melt those shoulders. Tuck that tail. Inhaling first. Exhale, round, 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 round. Nod the chin to your chest. Find that lower back. Engage the inner thighs, back of the thighs. We reach long. We're going to lower down the arms, grab onto the pads. Reach those arms parallel to the floor, starting with the mid-back. I'm going to start to stack my spine. Back up, melting those shoulders. Nicely done. Turn your pad. Put it down. Take your right foot in the ring. So it's like my ankle is on the ring. I'm going to lift the other leg up on top. So my arms will be like kickstands to help hold my spine tall. So right leg in, left leg up on top. So try to right now pull the belly in and up deeper and make that ring a circle. So if I just let this leg go dead, my ring does not look like a circle anymore. It's more of an oval, okay? So I want you to gently press into that ring. 1, just an inch, just an inch. Press down and release, just a little bit. Now, every time you press into the ring, your belly is pressing in. So we always talk about what this ring symbolizes, and it's your core, it's your powerhouse. The shoulders should not be up to your ears. They should be mounted down your back. Now I go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now I'm going to take this leg, trace that circle, and come back up and push in. Lift up. So you are working the front of that hip. So if this is really extremely hard for you, we can modify. We can go inside the ring and do a smaller circle, okay? Take it down, giving you options. And 1 more. Trace it and hold it. Now, I don't know if this is going to be harder for you or easier for you. Make your ring a circle, pull that navel in. The bottom leg is going to lift up and down. Harder or easier? Harder? Easier? Oh. Okay. And we go for 4. Good. 3, relax those shoulders and neck. 2, and 1. Switch the leg out. So remember, it's not the heel. It's like my ankle is resting on both pads. Open up the chest. Perfect posture. Start with this ring in a circle. And we press down an inch and up. Down and up. Make sure those shoulders aren't getting cranky. And lower and lift. Lower the leg. Then remember, make the connection with the ring and your core. We go for 4, and 3, and 2. Now make it a circle. Then I'm going to trace the outside, lift up, and little press. With control. Inhale to lower, exhale. So if we have weakness somewhere, it's going to tell us. Maybe it's our quads, maybe it's our hips, maybe it's both. 3, and press. 2, and press. 1, and press. Make it a circle, meaning my leg is light on top. Now scoop that belly in deeper. Lift that bottom leg. Yes, so make sure this is light. Top leg is light. It's not heavy. It's kind of lifting. Good. Make that connection of lifting the leg from your core. 4. Good. 3, and 2. 1 more, and 1. I want you to cross your free leg over and stretch nice and long. We friends again? Okay. Put that other leg through and take the other leg over. And just reach forward. Good. Okay. So we're going to take that ring in between the thighs now. So don't have it right against the knees. Have it heading down towards your hips, that part of your thigh. So we'll lower back down. And I'm going to be doing an abdominal crunch, a classical abdominal crunch. If you don't want to lift up, you're just going to squeeze the ring without lifting up your head. So hand over hand behind the head, elbows are wide. Try to have your feet flat. Don't have them on the sides of the feet. I'm going to inhale to prepare. On the exhale, I'll push my ring in an inch as I curl my shoulders and head off the mat. Inhale, lower back down. That pressure comes off the ring just a little bit. Now exhale, I push into the ring. Can you feel the belly pressing in, the inner thighs working? And lower back down. Exhale. Inhale down. Try to keep your elbows wide and your hands are not helping you lift. They are simply just giving you support for your neck. Your eyes should go to your navel when you're coming up and you're squeezing that ring. Inhale, regroup. Exhale. Can you feel when your head comes up, that lower back getting heavier on the floor? Let's just do 3 more. Here we go. Here's 3. Good. And here's 2. Grand finale. Hold this one up and in. Now pulse the ring and the upper body. Every time I press that ring, I'm exhaling air out of my center, working deeper into those abdominal muscles. And we go for 8, 7, come on, 6, 5, don't look for an easy workout, and 3, and 2, and 1, and release. Hug those knees in. Wonderfully done. Take the ring out, and I'm going to put it behind me. And I want you to have your elbows bent. So I'm not reaching way back here straight. It's almost like I have a 90-degree angle. And the hands are on the pads. And I want you to reach the right leg nice and long. Now try to have your shoulders still connected to your back. Make sure your left inner thigh feels like it's pressing into that center line. Don't let it flop out at all. Using your core and the front of the hip, a little bit of the quad, I'm going to press into my ring, float my leg up and then down. How far do I want you to float it? Do not go any higher than the other leg on that knee. You can go lower, just don't go higher. So I press. I feel my biceps firing as well as my core. I feel a little bit of those back muscles firing. And 3. Lift 2. Hold it. Everything's holding. Now little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide that right leg to a bent knee position. Straighten out the left leg. Check in with your neck, your back, your shoulders. Here we go. Let's exhale, press to lift and lower. So that right leg, remember, it's pressing into your center line. I am pushing my right foot firmly into my mat as I'm pressing into my ring. I go for 4. Fire those biceps. 3, 2. Hold this one up. Little pulses. 8, 7. Don't forget to connect the ring to your core. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Slide that left foot in. Both knees are bent. Grab onto that ring. Hug those knees into your chest. Relax those shoulders. Check in with them. And rock yourself up. Okay, so we're going to take the ring towards the left side of our mat. And we're going to reach that left leg long. And we're going to lay back. So both legs will be straight to start. So it's okay if the ring kind of goes diagonal. We're going to try to keep the ring a circle and not an oval. So I'm going to try to keep this left leg active. Take the right knee into your chest. Right here, your back should be nice and heavy, yes? So feel the imprinting of your spine. Zip that right leg straight up and turn that kneecap away from you. If you cannot have the leg in line with your hip with your leg straight, soften your knee so the knee is in alignment with your hip and continue on with us. We're going to do circles here. We're going to go towards the left leg first. So we go towards the left leg, come around and lift up. Keep the ring quiet. And around and come up. Inhale to exhale. Don't let the hips go with you. Don't let the back peel off your mat. Now let's reverse our circle. And I'm not going any wider than my mat. That is the maximum I would want you to take your leg. You can make these as small as you want. Inhale to exhale. Last one. Inhale to exhale. Bend that knee and pull it in towards you. Good. Now put your right hand down on the floor and take your left hand behind your head. Keep that ring nice and light, please. I'm going to press out my right leg. I'm going to bring my knee back in and take the opposite shoulder over to that knee. So that's why I have the left hand behind your head. Reach the leg out. Crunch in. Inhale to exhale. Lengthen. Scoop. Even though I am twisting, I want you to still feel your spine centering on that mat. Is that ring still a circle? Maybe. 3, 2, and 1, and release. Grab behind that right thigh, straighten that leg, rock yourself up, and now we'll switch to the other side. So now you know what's going to happen. So sometimes that actually makes the other side feel easier because you know what's coming next. I could be wrong. You can call me crazy. I just might be. All right, so both legs are starting straight. Try to make that ring a circle. How? Activate the core, activate the hip and the quad to kind of keep that active. Draw that left knee in towards the chest. Slowly zip it up, let the spine go heavier. Turn that kneecap away from you. Same thing, if you can't have the leg up over the hip, if you're way out here, bend the knee slightly so the knee's in line with your hip, okay? So the kneecap is turned away from you. I feel my legs already working. Let's go towards the right thigh. Inhale, exhale up. Envision stirring a pot with your abs. So I'm stirring that leg from the belly. I'm not moving my hips or my pelvis. One more, and reverse. Round, exhale up. So if your back cannot stay heavy on the mat, don't take the leg as low. Round and bring it up. And one more. Good. Bend that knee back in. Keep your left arm to your side. Take the right hand behind your head, elbows wide. Keep your back imprinting as best you can. Press that left leg straight out. When you bend the knee back in, take the shoulder towards that thigh, not the elbow. Inhale, lower the head. Exhale. You can do this without lifting your head. Try to keep that ring a circle. I know we're thinking about so many other things, but you can add that to that list. Inhale. 2, exhale. 3 more. Keep that elbow wide to the side of the head, not wrapping around it. 2. Last one. You've got this. 1. And grab behind that thigh and rock yourself up. You did it. Okay. We're going to take a pad and put it behind our head. Yes, it's going to mess up our hair. It's going to mess up our ponytails the rest of the class. It's okay. Okay. So my knees are bent, one fist width apart. Draw the navel in, nod the chin to your chest. See if you can lower just to the base of your shoulder blade and draw your knees, which are together, way in now. So legs are together. Now the goal here is to keep the pressure off our necks. So if I feel like my neck is feeling that strain, I need to push my hands more towards my thighs and let my head rest in the ring. We're going to do a single leg stretch. My right knee is in, my left leg goes out. You can choose how high that leg is. Now switch. And inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, 2, exhale. Keep that navel heavy. Imprint that spine. You've got this. Inhale. Exhale. One more set. Inhale. Exhale. Bring both knees in. Tap your toes down. Tap your head down. Press everything back in. Shh. Well, this looks familiar. Shh. We've done this before this morning already. Press it in. I want you to really focus on keeping your spine imprinting, especially as you tap your toes down. We'll go for 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Release the ring. Hug the knees in. Put your head down. And I'm just going to rock my knees side to side for a second. Good. Take a pad with each hand. This one's going to be a little fun. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing with my ring, so do what works for you. So I'm going to nod my chin to my chest, and I'm going to take my feet through my ring and reach them out. Then I'm going to bend my knees back in, reach my arms behind me, and press my legs out. Come back in, push your feet through. Now I'll give you some choices here from modification. I can keep my head down and just draw my knees in and reach out to a small V. Bring it in. Okay, otherwise, you'll keep going. Where are we at? Through the ring? Oh, we're all different. Okay. So just keep going. The main thing is you're using your core to keep that back imprinting. So be careful with this. The further my legs and arms go away from my center, the harder it is. And we'll finish with everything away and hug it in. Woo! Take your feet down, arms up. Keep the arms up. Drop your knees to one side. Keep the shoulders melted. Bring those knees back up. And the other side. Nicely done. Okay, hook your right toes onto a pad. Zip this leg up. Lengthen the other leg onto the floor. And I want you to lift the left leg till it's 45 degrees. Now I'm going to practice with my head down, and then I'll take my head up. So I'm going to pull the ring leg 2 times towards me. 1, 2, bring both legs up. Do that again. 1, 2. So if I'm not real flexible here and my ring leg is not going very close to me, the opposite leg can't go too far away from me. Now if you want, eyes to navel. And I'm going to exhale. Shh, shh, bring it up. And shh, shh, bring it up. Shh, shh, bring it up. One more. Shh, shh. 2 feet in the ring, head down. Keep your left leg in, lower down the right. So I'm giving you a lot of opportunities to stretch and lengthen these legs. Take that right leg from the belly, so pull the belly in first. Bring that leg to about a 45. Now pull the leg 2 times. 1, 2, bring that leg up. Go. 1, 2, lift. Shh, shh. I want you to feel the belly when you're pulling that leg and as you bring it up. If you want, eyes to navel. Exhale, exhale, bring it up. Exhale, exhale, bring it up. 2 more. Shh, shh. Use your belly. Shh, shh. And 2 feet in. Bend those knees in like a frog. Those knees can go really wide if you want. Awesome. Take the ring between the ankles. And a modification for this one, you can put your hands under your seat like a football tee, so my thumb and second finger are connected. And this will give you a little cushion for that lower back to stay safe, okay? If you don't think you need that, you can take the hands off and put them to your side. But I will mention if your head is staying down, I would give you extra support by putting your hands underneath. If you're going to be taking your head up, I'll take hand over hand behind my head right now. I'll zip my legs up. I want your heels turned in and toes turned out into a Pilates stance. I'll curl my chin to my chest. The base of my shoulder blade will still be on the mat. And we'll lower these legs for 3. 1, 2, 3. Pause, press into the ring, and then lift up. So I let some of that pressure go. I'm going to lower. 3, 2, 1. Press into the ring. Exhale up. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Press into the ring. Remember, if your head is down, I would have your hands under your seat. Press into the ring and lift up. And you'll thank me when you try it. 1, 2, 3. Press. Exhale. Lift. 1 more. Lower, lower, lower. Push in. Now, can you lower, lower? Hold here and give me 8 press-ins. 1, 2. You can come higher if you need to. 4, 3, 2. Hug it in. So you have to pay attention. You can see how easy, release the ring. Drop your knees to one side, then the other. You can see how easy it is to hurt your back doing Pilates. So you have to be very, very, very mindful. Listen to my cues. Make sure you're imprinting your spine, never letting it arch off the mat. Okay. So you're going to take your right leg to a tabletop. We've done this many, many times. It's one of my favorites. Put one of the pads on your right thigh. And I want you to take your left elbow onto the pad. So I got to bring my knee in a little bit, right, to get my elbow, my left elbow is on that pad. Now I'm going to take my right elbow onto that pad. I'm going to lift up my head, put the hands behind your head, and take your right elbow off the pad and turn and look to your right. So I've got my left elbow on the ring and my right elbow is on the floor and my hands are behind my head. Awesome. Now I want you to press into the ring with your thigh and your elbow and give me a little release. Press and release. So I'm not lifting my head higher. I'm just moving from my oblique. Can you feel your oblique activating when you do this? Yes or no? Okay. 4. Thank you. 3, 2. Now my next set, drive that left knee towards you, and I'm going to press it out. When I come back in, press into the ring. If this is too much for that back, take that foot back down. Are you still pressing into the ring when you draw that knee in? We go for 3. These are not easy. I'm shaking. 2 and 1 and release. Let your knees fall out. Release those hips and inner thighs. Okay, I hope you felt that, but not in your neck. Okay, legs back to parallel. Drive your left knee to a tabletop. Take the ring against that thigh. Take the right elbow on first. Add the left. Now my hands are going to go behind my head. I'm going to curl my chin to my chest. My right elbow stays on. My left elbow goes to the mat, and I'm turning towards my left. I'm going to press into both pads. Exhale. So my thigh is moving a ½ inch, maybe an inch. Shh. And when that ring is being pressed into, you're going to feel your left oblique. Watch those shoulders aren't getting cranky. Make maybe the press smaller. Now, if you want for the next 8 counts, the right knee bends in towards the ring. I'll lengthen it out. Inhale. Exhale, press into the ring. Out. Shh. Keep your spine imprinting on the mat because you'll feel the strain. And if you feel that strain, get out of it and go back to where you didn't have the strain. Shh. 3. Shh. These are not easy. These are not a beginner move. 2 and 1 and release. Drop your knees to one side. You did it. You did it. And then the other. Proud of you. Okay, rock yourself up. Okay. Reach those arms nice and long. And I love seeing you guys drinking water throughout class. Thank you. I don't cue water breaks. You take them when you need them. So again, if you can sit up tall with your legs straight, great. If you cannot sit up tall, you got to come to more of a bent position, okay? And when I mean sitting up tall, you're creasing at the hip, and you feel like you're almost sitting on thumbtacks, and you're nice and light on that mat. Plug your shoulders into your back. Pull your belly button in and up. On an inhale, lengthen your spine taller. And on an exhale, I'm going to start to peel off a wall. So my arms are going forward, my navel is going back. I'm going to stop at my mid-back. So my lower back did not move. Connect your shoulders to your back and inhale, stack up. Exhale, nod the chin to your chest. Push your navel back. I'm rounding. I'm flexing my heels so much it's almost off the mat. Inhale. Think of those heels pressing an elevator button. Exhale, eyes to navel. Inhale, plug those shoulders to the back. Exhale. Inhale. I even engage my glutes coming up to protect my lower back. Chin to chest. Watch your body molding over a barrel. Inhale here and exhale, release. Take your toes inside the pads. We're going to balance, so I need to shift back a little bit and take my feet off. So right now, if this is hurting your lower back, I want you to place the pad on the mat, but still engage the abdominals to stay lifted out of your lower back. From here, if this is going okay, see if you can hold your shins parallel. And I sort of have my feet in a tiny little Pilates stance. They don't have very much space to do anything other than just a small one. Now, if this is going well and you're out of your lower back, can you zip the legs together? The arms will go straight and the shoulders will melt down the back. Hold this here. Make sure you're scooping that belly. Don't feel like you have to be here. You can still work sitting here without slouching, okay? Next level is rocking, closed leg rocker. So I would nod my chin to my chest so my spine is more rounded. I'll roll back to the base of my shoulder blade. I come up and I look over the fence. So we eyes to belly, roll back, inhale. Exhale, lift. The smoother this goes, the more you feel. Remember, the belly is what pulls you back up. One more. Inhale, booty up. Exhale, that was too fast. Put those feet back down and lengthen them back out. Okay, take the ring up. And I want you to take it right against the top of the rib cage. Now again, if you can't sit up tall with your legs straight, what am I going to tell you to do? Who's been listening? Bend your knees. Okay. All right, so we're going to inhale up. And on the exhale, I'm going to rotate to the front of the room. Inhale back to center. Exhale, you can't take your butt cheek with you. Sit taller, please. Inhale, taller. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. So think of going taller and taller up a barbershop pole with each rotation. Let's do one more each side. Never sinking in that rib cage. Last one, make it your best one. Keep those feet and legs real still. Beautiful. And release. Okay, extension time. So we're going to go onto our stomachs. This definitely feels good. We've been rounding a lot. Okay. So I'm going to reach my arms. I'm going to start with my hands like this, and then I'll do a variation with my hands here. Depending on what your shoulders will allow you to do, sometimes dictates where you go. All right, so notice my arms are not touching the mat. So they're off the mat, and I'm holding the sides of my ring. My legs are sits bone width apart, so that's about a hand's width apart. When you're laying on your stomach, it's not a vacation, it doesn't get a break. I'm pulling my belly in. Think of making a house for a mouse. I'm going to press down with my hands as I lift up my head and chest, and I gently squeeze my seat. And I come back down. I'm going to cue breath this time. As I lift up, I'm inhaling. Keep those shoulders connected to your back. Exhale, pull your navel in, getting all the air out. Push down to lift up. Anchor those feet. I don't want you to change your neck. So I'm lifting my head and chest from my back muscles, and my head's just along for the ride. Does that make sense? So if I only come this high, I shouldn't tilt my head back like that. Okay, next variation. I'm going to take my hands on top of the pads. On an inhale, I'll press into my ring. Exhale, come back down. So don't put too much pressure on those rings. Lift from the booty and the back and lower it down. So I'm going to add on to this one. Inhale, I lift up, my feet are heavy. As I release a circle, I'm going to take my legs off the mat. So I'm going to go a little quicker now. Lift up, legs up. Head and chest, legs. And you've got to squeeze your butt. Those arms should still be straight, yes? Lift the legs and release. Stretch back slowly into a child's pose. Take a couple breaths here. Good time to check in with the body. How's your back feel? Shoulders, neck? Okay. Come into a forearm plank with a hand pressing in to each pad. So I'm going to hold the pads like this. Now, if you were a true beginner, never exercised in your life, I would say to be like this, but I don't think anyone doing this is a beginner. So modified can be here, but notice my hips aren't high like this, they're low. And then next level, straighten out the legs, and my knees are off the mat. The crown of the head should be nice and long, and by me keeping pressure on my ring, I'm engaging my back muscles as well as my core. Now, if you want another variation, I'm going to lower my right knee down, bring it back out. My left, inhale, exhale. If you are in a full plank and you start to feel cranky in your back, reset and take both knees down to the mat. And then when you're ready, come back up and join us. Inhale, exhale. Next variation, both knees. Inhale down, exhale, lengthen. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And then lower your thighs to your hips. And here we are again in an extension. Take the legs together. Now this is important setup. I want you to have a 90-degree angle with your arms, okay? So my chest should not be close to my ring. I'm pushing off. I want your hips pressing into the mat. Your navel is off the mat. So I'm not down here, I'm here. If you can, legs are together. I'm going to kick my butt with my right foot 2 times. 1, 2, left foot. So yeah, some people say, oh, that hurts my knee. You'll feel a little bit in your knee. I feel it in mine. But it's okay. It's not going to hurt you. Kick, kick. Shh, shh. Keep the ring tight. I'm squeezing lemons in my armpits. My shoulders are down my back. And my gaze is forward because I'm up high. And then release out of this. Now, I want you to bend your right knee. Now I'm going to reach back and grab onto the sides of this ring. Okay? And I'm going to pull that foot towards me. Everybody with me so far? Okay, so my right ankle is inside this ring. Now I'm going to try and straighten my arms and lift my thigh off the mat and open up my chest. Yep, and lower back down. Try that again. Try to keep your hips pushing down as you lift up your head and chest. I'm pushing my shin, ankle, whatever's on the ring, into that ring, and lower back down. My opposite leg is pushing into the floor. I'm lifting up, 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 and release that leg. Okay, let's do the other one. So put your left foot through the ring, grab onto the sides, pull it towards you. Doesn't matter what part of the ring is on the ankle, what part of the ring is on your hands. So my elbows are bent. I'm pulling that foot towards me. And I'm going to lift everything up and bring it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift up with that thigh. I'm always looking down at that mat. I'm not lifting very high at all. 1 more. Open the chest and release that ring and stretch back into a child's pose. Oh, you deserve this stretch. We're going to stay here for a couple breaths. So when you inhale, I want you to feel the back getting wider, the ribs expanding. Exhale, close it all back in. And 1 more, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, onto your seat, please. You are more than halfway there. Okay, so you can do this. You can do this. All right, so we're going to do some bridge work. Bridge work. So we're going to lie down. Anybody cold? Just checking. We'd have some problems if that was the case. All right, so I want your legs to start off in the setup, 1 fist width apart. So remember, if your legs aren't together, your feet shouldn't be together. So I'm a fist width apart, okay, and the ring is in my hands. The ring is in my hands, okay? All right, so I want the heel of the hands on the pads and the fingers reaching long. Connect the shoulders to your back. Drive through the feet, curl your tail, do a pelvic curl, and peel yourself up. And don't lose that fist width apart, okay? And the ring is going to stay straight up. Now I want you to lower, bone by bone, back down onto your mat. Keep the back of your head firmly pressing into the floor. Take your time and work through those tight spots. Press through your feet, curl that tail. Inhale up. Exhale, gently press into the ring on the exhale. Hopefully you're not cramping those hamstrings. Hopefully that you're using those glutes and core to support those hamstrings. If you are getting hamstring cramps and you are trying your hardest to lift from your booty, get rid of the ring, put your arms down on your mat, and your arms can also push into the floor. Curl up, inhale. Exhale, press into the ring. Last one, we're going to stay up. Inhale. Exhale, stay. Shift the weight to your left foot, left leg, and float the right leg up to a tabletop. Make sure your hips are in a straight line. Shoulders are down, back of the head is heavy. Reach that leg out, reach the arms behind you. Inhale. Exhale, back to your tabletop. Inhale. Exhale. If this is too much, keep the legs still and just hold a single leg bridge. Inhale. You really got to be using your core to give extra support to that spine. One more. Good. Now, take your leg through the ring. Okay? And we're going to lower our butt and bring it up. So that leg is going down the ring and up the ring. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Watch that left inner thigh. It's got to press into that center line. Woo! Two more. Shh. One more. One more. Now hold it. Now trace the right circle of the ring. So circle to the right, tracing the ring. That didn't come out right at all. Trace the ring. Now reverse that circle, trace it to the left. Oh, my left glute is saying lots of stuff to me that can't be repeated. Lower it back down. Take that ring out. I want you to cross your left ankle over that right quad. And if you want a bigger stretch, grab behind the right thigh and pull it in. So we're stretching that left glute. That left glute was working hard, was it not? Okay, grab back onto your ring. I got 2 feet on the floor. Woo! Arms up, shoulders down. Curl the tail, pelvic curl, inhale up. Stay up on the exhale. Now shift the weight to your right side of your body. Keep the hips square. Float your left leg to a tabletop. I'm going to reach the arms and leg away. Inhale. Exhale. Do I move fast? No, I do not. Precision, control, concentration, centering, flowing movement, and breath. Inhale. Exhale. Do you have all those with this exercise right now? Keep that inner thigh and that right leg working. Hold it. Take your foot up through the ring. Leg is as straight as you can get it over the hip. And we lower, press the ring, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Down. Watch that right inner thigh because right here it's going to get tired and it's going to start to disengage. And 3. I know, I feel these. Now don't let me forget those circles. Hold it up, circle to the right. And 1. And 2, they're small. 3, 4, reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Get out of it. Wow. Woohoo! And the crowd cheers. Take your right ankle over the left quad. Push that knee away. Bigger stretch, grab behind the thigh and pull it towards you. That was fun. We all know it was. Okay, rock yourself up. Woo! Remember, you have a brand new body after so many of these classes. I'll take it. Okay, so we're going to come on to our side. So everyone's going to match me. Your head's going to go on this side of your mat. You're facing the front of the room. And obviously your feet go on that side. Okay. So I want you to take this ring towards the center of the mat on the foot side. Your bottom ankle is going to rest on that pad. And the other one will come here. Now you got a couple choices for this. You can either have the shoulder and the elbow here with your forearm propped up, or you can lie down your side, okay, and prop up your head with your hand. All right, so if you're staying like this, make sure this bottom rib cage is pulled up and you're holding a lemon in that armpit. So this leg here is going to go forward, push into the ring, behind, push. So the other exercise we were doing at the beginning of class, we were strengthening the front of our hip, if you remember that. Now we're strengthening the side of our hip, which is also our outer thigh, the glute, the oblique. Take your time. Tap, up, and press. Tap, up, press. Tap. Hold it here. Now I want you to bend the knee in. So I'm going to try to have this parallel to the floor. Press out, lift up into the pad, and release. Bring it in, straighten it, lift up to the pad, back to parallel. Slide it in, press it out, lift up and down. Slide across, out, up and down. 3 more, and up and down. 2, lengthen, lift. 1 more, in and stay there. Lower all the way down. Make sure you have hip on top of hip, shoulder on top of shoulder. Your free hand rests right by you. Palm is flat. I need to have both of my feet pushing in opposition. So my top foot's pushing up as my bottom foot pushes down. So my top leg has to be up against that pad. We're going to lift up and then down. Squeeze your seat, and again, everything in the side of your body right now is working. If this is too hard for you, lower the leg inside the ring and lift it instead of taking both legs, okay? Here we go. Let's do 5 more. And 4. You've got this. 3. Yes. And 2. Can you hold it up? Pulse it. 8, 7. Oh my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Grab onto your ring. And bring it up. Now, this is going to take the legs a little higher than they normally would be on this one. Normally with clam, we start with our knees together. Now our knees are apart. Okay? So I have the sides of my feet together. I'm just going to do little gentle pushes. Just this much, press into your ring. Yep. Just find your feet, let your top foot drop down, and do little presses. In and release. In. Watch, this is getting cranky. Keep this pulled in. Don't overweight this shoulder. Now, you can stay just like this. You can get rid of the ring and do a normal clam with your knees together and opening. So, I'm going to press into my ring. Then I'm going to come onto my seat, lengthen my legs. Come back down, press into your ring, go onto your seat, lengthen the legs. Come into your little clam, push down, lift up. You're saying, ta-da, ta-da. Come back on your side. Press, lengthen. We're not smiling like I am. It's like, yay. And release. Okay, that was fun. Okay, one more thing on this side. I want to do so many more. Okay, but you're going to get out doing teasers with this. Okay, so I'm going to go into a side plank. Modified, both of my knees are stacked. Next level, one leg is out. Next level, here, okay? So pick your level right now. So you're going to lift up. I'm going to grab onto my ring, reach it up, press into it. Reach it up, up. Remember how I showed you where to start? 2 knees stacked, right? One more. and release. Other side. So you're going to put the ring in the center of your mat where your feet are. Your bottom ankle will come through. Hips are stacked. Shoulder over elbow, or you come all the way down onto your side. Okay? All right, so make that ring a circle. We're going to trace the front of the circle, come up, press into the pad gently, go behind, while your hips don't move. Okay? Now, modification, if this is too hard for you, go inside the ring and just trace the ring front and back. Okay, so if this is too high for that hip, we press in. Good. And press. Try to have the neck nice and long. I know we want to watch that ring. That foot will find it. Remember, your job is to move first from your center. Then we're working the outer hip, outer thigh, glute, obliques, yeah? Press. Down. Hold it here. Now I'm going to bend my knee in. It's parallel to the floor. I reach it long. I lift up to the pad, release, bend it back in. Squeeze your booty, butt, and outer thigh there. Bring it in. Press in the ring, outer thigh and booty, belly, of course. So you're going to start to feel that outer thigh, outer hip. Yes? It's working. If you need to get out of it, we've got 3 more to go. 2 more. Come on, stay with me today. Stay with me. Stronger you. 1 more. Now hold it in here and lay all the way down on your side. So I got to keep pressure going up and going down. Press your hand into the floor. Rest your elbow to your rib cage. I lift up and then down. Shh. I know these are hard. Shh. The body's been working hard. We're coming towards the end. There's no teasers today. Yes. 3. Yes. 2. I'm barely able to get these legs up on this set. Now pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend your knees. Grab that ring. Prop yourself up on your forearm again for your clams. So if you don't like the ring, you don't use the ring and you do these. We're doing the opposite. We're pushing down. So the pads go between those inner thighs. Sides of my feet are together. Do not slouch on that rib cage or the shoulder. Now press down, just a small little down, a small little down. But boy, do I want you squeezing those inner thighs, activate them. Remember, the ring symbolizes your core, so we're squeezing into that core. Good. Now, when I add that little side-lying teaser, you're more than welcome to stay just doing these, okay? So I'll press my ring. I'll float onto my seat, lengthen my legs, come back down. My hand goes back to the floor. Press the ring, and we do our ta-da! And press the ring. Back on your side. Roll over. And we press, lengthen. 1 more. Press, lengthen, and release. You deserve a mermaid stretch. Okay. We're going to finish up here. Just letting my knees go out to the side really feels good. Okay, so mirror me. Take the ring out to your side. Heel the hand on. And I'm going to gently press into it as I side stretch and bring it back up. Inhale to exhale. And 1 more. Inhale to exhale and switch sides. Don't collapse that spine just because we stopped that exercise. Arm is straight. Heel the hand on. Anchor that hip that you're stretching away from. Up first, small stretch, back to center. And 1 more. Inhale to exhale and release. Walk those hands forward. You've worked so hard today. Your body thanks you. Now keep it up. Your body's counting on you. Bring it back in. And done. Woo! That was a tough one today. It was.